and then the system slows down. That to me every once in a while. That's the biggest hiccup here is that the internet slows down so slow. So my document, although uploaded to the email, is not sending. So it may be a minute. If we want to continue talking about other things, we can. I'm hardwired, and it's just I live in a real low area, so the internet kind of goes in and out sometimes. So a lot of times when I do my work, I go to McDonald's, which is about 20 miles away, and sit there. So I think, yeah. So the next time I think that's what I'll do is go sit at McDonald's. It'll be a little. I I'm not sure what you mean there. I'm not IT inclined, so I'm not an IT person. So. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, so she would link into the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. I think I might try that. I was talking to them Friday. They are sending me a new modem that I could actually connect to wirelessly. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, they're sending me a new modem that actually allows me to collect wirelessly. And so I'll be able to kind of move around a little bit and figure out where I get the best reception in my house. Okay. Right. Okay. So I need an extender to make that signal stronger. Okay. Okay. I could try that. Hopefully it's come to you now, Dr. Jess. I've sent it. It actually looks like it went.
Okay. Was that in a course room or a regular email?
Oh, in the course room.
Okay.
And I just responded to one of the emails you sent about the conference, the teleconference. Hopefully it went.
All right, good. I got it now. I'm
Awesome.
loading it. I understand that's more important than this.
I'm in, I'm in the same boat with you. I have to drop off at 12, no later than 12:15, so I
Well,
can get.
we'll just
Yeah.
go through Rita's problem statement. We'll actually grade it here if she was willing, and then
Yeah.
we'll end early.
Awesome.
Oh no! Oh no!
Amen. Awesome. I will definitely keep you in my prayers and add you to our prayer list at church. Yeah, sure. Hi, Nikki.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I saved it. I'm trying to find where I saved it on my computer. Sometimes it sends it up to the OneDrive without me knowing. It's supposed to be in a download. Okay, these are optional. Certainly don't have to attend both. The reason I have two different sessions is some learners can't make one or the other. Oh, that's it. I need to save it as a PDF file. Oh, that's okay. The reason I couldn't find it, it was saved as a Word document, and you can't load Word into Adobe Connect. You can only load PDF files and PowerPoints. Okay, Rita, do you want to tell us about this project management? We'll take some time to read this, and then we'll. Oh, she's on mute.
I was talking away and didn't realize I muted myself. Um, my study is focusing on unemployment rate in our county, Cleveland County, and it's high in relative to the national rate. Um, there's a low number of businesses in this area as well, and low residencies because of the job market. People tend to leave this area because there are very few jobs, and so our county, being a small county, I work with workforce development and as a volunteer, and so they are trying to work with the economic development for this county as far as trying to figure out how to bring industry in and so forth. And they're looking at the unemployment rate and how to better that as far as workforce development. So I'm got my research that I'm going to do is kind of guided by a few questions, and I've narrowed the questions down. I think I sent you the earlier document before it was graded, so I've kind of um, revised it a bit, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to um, narrow this down a little bit to a particular group because from the research that I've been doing, everything seems so broad and it seemed like it'll take a long, long, long time. And the question you asked the other day made me think about this more was, am I going to do this in 10 years or 3 years? So I think what I need to do is like narrow it down to either a youth group, the group of youths in the area, or the older generation. And listening to Jimmy the other day, made me think that I could collaborate with him and get some ideas as well um, on whether I should focus more on the older generation versus the younger generation, the millennials. Hmm.
Go on. Oh, ready for my comments?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. Well, we're talking here about a business problem, an emerging topic. Both with this one and Jimmy's yesterday, it really seems more like a social issue.
Okay.
Now, let me start with Jimmy's issue yesterday about technical unemployment.
Hmm.
And that's where we started talking about millennials versus boomers, generational differences. As a business person or a business owner, a business manager, the issue of them becoming unemployed due to technology is not really their issue. It's not a business problem to the business owner. It's a problem to society
Hmm.
and a social issue, which we tend to like to avoid social issues because they're not a lot, they're very controversial. So we focused on business problem. When I first saw Jimmy's information about the technical unemployment, I pointed him to Everett Rogers and diffusion of innovation. It's how innovation is adopted by groups and people. The reason I did that, thinking about this, as a business problem, it's not really that they become unemployed. The business problem is more that the business can train workers to accept new technology, That's the adoption of technology part to it. So yes, the same topic can be used, but we're taking a different angle. Instead of saying it's a social issue, we have unemployed people due to the technology, we're saying as a business owner, how do I handle getting my workforce up to speed on the new technologies? We were talking about on the auto assembly line. Well, that's changed. Now they have robotics. And well, even quality was brought in, 20 years ago. Some people couldn't accept the quality concept. So for the business owner, the challenge is to continually upgrade and educate and improve the staff. Now, Everett Rogers points out there are laggards. You will find certain people, maybe if they're in a few months of retirement, they don't want to change. So those we really can't do anything as a business owner. That's where it becomes a social issue, and that's somebody else's dissertation to work on that. But as a business owner, I can work on how to improve the staff or the individual.
Mhm.
Oh, downtime, yes. Yes, if there's downtime because you don't have staff for this. Um, Now, it's more into the HR group as to how you develop your people. Uh,
Mhm.
but I'm in technology myself, and
Okay.
there's a very good framework for developing technology people to keep them up to date in skills. It's the capability maturity model for people. Not sure if you're familiar with that. It's out of the Carnegie Mellon Software Engineering Institute. They developed the capability maturity. Okay, they also developed a model for developing people. So somewhere along that line, I'm thinking with Jimmy needs to develop to go down the path of how do you develop your staff in a particular industry that he would focus on. Given that industry, there would be certain demographics too that would limit it. Okay, now let's get back to the um, unemployment rate in the county.
Mhm.
Uh, it is it's partially a social issue, but if you can think of the county as a business,
Mhm.
then there is a business of the county, meaning they have to provide services, roads, and things, and they have to have revenue. So as a business, so if you think about the county as a business, um, then that's what we're trying to avoid social issues. Now,
Okay.
so I'm looking at the county as a business,
Mhm.
and it's similar to Jimmy not having enough staff of the right skills. The county does not have enough people of the right skills. Um, Apparently, too. Well, that's something that has to be researched. I really can't say that. Is it they don't have the right skills, or the actual employment is not available to them?
Yeah, in this county, the employment is actually not available. A lot of people travel an hour just to go to work. I travel 30 minutes to go to work, which is way outside the county. Um, More than 50% of the people employed here or live here, the residents, they actually work anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half away. And
Yeah. How it's affecting the county and the county doing the business of providing services to the public. Keep focusing back on how the county is a business. Now, as a business, does it really matter to the county if they're traveling an hour or two, as long as they're paying taxes in the county?
Well, they do. Yeah, they do. People pay taxes here, but we've implemented a program to shop local so that people spend their money more here than when they're on their way from work, stopping where they are because it's convenient to go to Walmart or Sam's right where they are. Um, Although we have a Walmart or Sam's in our area, it's not in the county, so it's in the next county over. And so we've implemented a program to shop local. And so we're advertising that program more. We are looking to bring more businesses to this area so that people and businesses are more in this area. So we're looking at, should we have more tax-free zones or more tax benefits or tax breaks for the incoming employers that we are looking to recruit, and things like that. What type of workforce development programs will help keep our um, uh, people that are seniors employed, because a lot of them are being let go because of the IT aspect, the technology aspect. So how do we really, what do we really do to improve this county?
Okay, you're almost leading to you almost came up with your solutions without solving the problem, such as tax-free zones and uh, is a solution. And
Okay.
is it, it's almost premature to come up with a solution. That's your chapter 5
Okay.
uh, for that. Looking at alternatives. So it may be a case where you look at other counties in the nation or around your state and investigate what they are doing. I have another learner who's working on incubators. They're high-tech incubators that really can be located anywhere in the world, but some areas are developing those as a way of employment where you can work on this again would be technology where you'd have certain people could accept it and certain couldn't, but to try to bring entrepreneurs in the area. That's again a solution. I don't really, uh, it might be premature to say that, but your research may be involved in what are the solutions that other counties are using that are successful.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of references here that are economics based,
Mm, okay.
workforce development. That's assuming the answer is one potential answer is workforce development. That's true. Are we ready to go to the rubrics and see how this is going to be graded?
Yes, most definitely.
Do I have? Oh, for some reason I couldn't get that. I couldn't get that to load. Yes, I am. The evil empire made me upgrade. I know, I know. And,
What?
yeah, well, I tend to use Chrome a lot. I like the concept of Firefox, but it's just not working that great for me.
Hmm. Well, I'm an Apple person. Wow. Well, I use Apple products for everything, and I guess Safari is my friend. Yes. Wow. I don't know. With Apple, I guess I all my Apple talks to each other, so that makes it easy for me. And ah, it's my friend. I'm It's more user friendly to me than Android. That's terrible, but
Oh,
oh, it'd
sure,
be
sure.
good if you could send it to everybody. Oh, that'd be awesome. Because to go back and review, especially if we miss one, there may be something key for us that we miss.
Mhm.
I do too. I like that.
Okay.
I'm more visual.
Okay, here is a problem statement guiding scoring guide, and just go through this. Identify a problem that is supported by scholarly literature. I think
Hmm.
you've done that.
Hmm.
Examine real-world business problems in 2 sentences.
Mm,
This is where you have to, if you're going to continue with this, you have to take the slant that the county is a business,
okay.
which it can be, certainly.
Hmm.
Use reference literature to describe possible methodology approaches. I don't know, did you address method?
I did not. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
Um, no, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I just talked about what the studies um, determined. I didn't talk about the method that they used.
Right. How are you going to be doing the research? Are you going to send out a survey to other county administrators?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it would be better to do surveys with the other counties that are comparable in size and send it to the administrators of the county as well as maybe the different, because I'm in one region as far as workforce development, if I went that route, to send it to the other region workforce development councils for surveys.
Yeah, I don't think you want to send it to the neighboring counties because they're going to think you're taking jobs away from them.
Okay, so just counties similar in size.
Yeah, similar in size and demographics.
Okay.
Oh, your problem statement, you're just going to be general. Uh, yeah, you won't get into actually your audience. You'll start indicating that in chapter 1, but
Hmm.
when it's milestone 5, where you actually get permission from the organization to
Okay.
see that you can survey them.
Hmm.
No, your problem statement, that's too much detail in your problem statement right now.
Okay.
Okay, develop two research questions based on problem statement and scholarly reference. I think you had several of them, but your research questions were more of a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what this. Good question. Good question. Let's go over your life for the next 3 years. You're working on your problem statement. That's going to get approved. Then you're going to write a concept paper based on that. It's a little more detail on it, a little higher level, filling in more blanks.
Mm-hmm.
So we understand the concept. Then you're going to be writing chapter 1, which is your problem statement and how you're going to be doing, just a high level with a quantitative, qualitative. Chapter 2 is your literature review. It's going to be 30 pages at minimum, and you're going to go through all the literature and tell the story of your topic.
That's where I am. Not
No,
to write about something that I'm going to write about in my
okay, I'm not sure how you got that opinion, but you're going.
I agree with Karen because during that residency, they told us that we had to use what is that that we submit our assignments to. Um, um, um,
What, you send them into a course room. I know.
yeah, but we have to submit them to this program to see if it's copyrighted or
Oh,
something.
turn it in. Turn it in.
That's
Okay.
it. Turn it in. Okay, so when we submit to turn it in, if it's something that we're writing about for our dissertation, how is it not? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Turn it in. Let's be clear about turn it in. There's two ways to use it: as a draft or as a
Uh-huh.
final. You will
Okay.
always, always, always submit it as a draft. As a
Uh-huh.
draft, it will evaluate it, but it won't put it into the database. After you get your dissertation signed off, or just before, they'll turn it in the final copy. Now this is 3 years from now, and then it will get put into the database and check it for turn it in. But all through your courses, only use it, at least that's how I work with it. Everyone else may have a different, but if you turn it in as a draft, it will check it against the database to see if someone else, if it's been copyrighted or something, but it won't put it in a database, so you can come back and keep repeating that over and over again throughout your dissertation process.
Hmm. Okay.
You really, you absolutely should be. This is my opinion,
Hmm.
again, because you're going to be writing about it in chapter 2. That's why another reason I want you to use a database.
Hmm.
And I got Page. So, oh, back now. I'm, I'm, it's Amazon. Okay. So you should be, you're going to become the most knowledgeable person in the world about your specific topic.
Mm-hmm.
And all your data citations, literature citations, I highly recommend going into something like RefWorks, a bibliography tool. It will
Okay.
also put it into your dissertation in proper APA format.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I've seen it at Capella. I didn't see it before at Argosy where I worked university. There's a very sensitivity to copyright and dissertation. You can use documents and cite from other literature. As a matter of fact, you're going to be doing a lot of that as long as you give proper credit to the author. Um, I recommend. Yes, SurveyMonkey is there's two parts to it. You can write your own survey and send it out to an email distribution list you have. It's just kind of a generic. SurveyMonkey also has what they're called audience, SurveyMonkey audience, where they will actually have the people. They have a database of people that you can survey, and so you're going to have to pay for them, but that's and the IRB is very familiar with this audience in that you don't really need permission to use it because based on the business SurveyMonkey is in, they that's an approved IRB. Uh,
Oh, that's awesome to know.
okay, so we'll get into the survey. You get into the survey in your chapter 3.
Okay.
I guess I'm going back. Chapters 1, 2, and 3 are known as your research proposal.
Mm-hmm.
Up to here, it's just what chapters 1, 2, 3, you're just developing and background and the method of what you're going to be doing. After your mentor and the second committee member approve chapters 1, 2, 3, you then submit to the IRB saying you want to do this research.
Mm.
In the case of using SurveyMonkey Audience, it's an expedited IRB that you just say basically it's SurveyMonkey, it's approved, and they've already said that to me too. Then you can send out your survey and do your work. Only after your first 3 chapters are approved and IRB is approved.
Okay.
Your chapter, your chapter 3, correct.
Okay.
After research proposal, which is chapters 1, 2, and 3, are approved. Hey, if I could go back to my previous thought on the sensitivity to copyright,
Mm-hmm.
um, in your dissertation, you will sign a statement of original work. And as you mentioned with Turnitin, at the very end, it's going to go through Turnitin
Mm-hmm.
to check for um, plagiarism, which is what they're looking for. But it's okay to use statements as long as they're properly cited with APA format in
Okay.
your document. Dissertation, I really like to have learners look at prior dissertations and look at dissertations. There's some sensitivity. I had a learner write back that for a previous instructor said not to use dissertations. I, I look at it this way. You have never written a doctoral dissertation before, at least I don't believe you have. So
Right.
how would you know what one looks like? what the final. So it's for me. It's really it's not only just acceptable. It's probably I recommend that you go find a dissertation from Capella very similar to your topic area. In that dissertation, you're going to find quite good, good. So you know what it looks like, and if you can find one in your area, it may help too to see how they address the business problem and questions and seminal works. And if you look in your APA handbook guide, you will see how to properly reference a dissertation and thesis. Okay, that's my soapbox about dissertations. Right. We're teaching you to be critical thinkers. And if
Hmm.
somebody tells you something, you should be able to evaluate that on yourself, by yourself, uh, whether that's reasonable or not. And, okay, when, oh, you're beginning it with the problem statement. The yeah, problem statement is your chapter one.
Okay.
This is just before you go too far astray. It's a check and balance. Is there uh, scholarly literature supporting your problem? Is it a real problem? Is it a business problem and not a social problem?
Hmm.
Uh, it's just a checkpoint. That's milestone one. Milestone two, your concept paper is a little more detailed on that. Okay, I will allow that to your critical thinking ability. Let me tell Rita on here, these citations by Evans, that probably is going to follow through all your chapters. If
Okay.
that's a scholarly, if that's in your topic area,
Hmm.
you're going to keep that reference and continue using it throughout your chapters one and two and three.
Okay.
So you have started your dissertation here.
Okay. So at this point, what I should do is not just put it on this template, but I should be logging my references if it's supporting my business statement so that I have a whole list of my references, like a log of all my references and things like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Are you
Okay.
familiar with RefWorks?
I've been in RefWorks and I put stuff in there, but getting in there and using it is a bit of a task for me. So I've set up a meeting with the library so
Okay,
that they can kind of help me go through it.
okay.
Because I've put a whole lot of works in there, and I think some of it is relevant and some of it is not. And so I can't, sometimes I can access certain ones and sometimes I can't. So I think I'm not familiar enough with the use of it. So I have a meeting with the library to help me go through that.
Oh, very, very good, very good. Because the time you're done, you're going to have three, four, 500 references,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's just a way of keeping track of everything.
Okay. Well, I want to go back to my business problem if we can real quickly, and then I'm going to have to leave and
We're
go to
running out
work.
of time here, I understand.
Right. As far as the questions that I had, they look more like solutions. So as far as building a question, would it be more of what is the rate of similar counties in relation to Cleveland County, and how are other counties working to reduce their unemployment rate?
I like that. I like that. You know, it seems like the research would be looking at other counties, what are they doing, and are they successful? Probably another question. Uh, so it's not, you're not saying what the solution is, you're saying you're going to ask people what the solution is, what has worked for them.
Okay. 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 I'm getting it better. Oh,
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
sure. You're a presenter now. Yeah,
I can sit here. I want to see what Karen has to show me because I think this is going to help me. I'll still make it to work 15 minutes early.
is that where you have to drive 3 counties over?
Yes, sir.
Where I am in Wisconsin, when I first moved here, I had to drive to work. I actually counted, there was 5 counties I went through to get to work.
Wow.
And for about the last 5 years, I've been a full-time telecommuter, which is absolutely wonderful.
I would like to get,
Yes, we can.
yes, I do not see your screen. I just see share my screen.
There it is.
Okay. There we go. There it is right there. Okay.
We can hear you, we can see you.
Yes, yes. Mhm. Mhm.
One,
In note. Okay. Okay. One.
very
Okay.
good.
Mhm.
Look,
Okay. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. And then I see where that folders came up on that particular one, and it shows what folder it's in. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Hmm. Awesome. Okay. Hmm.
Well, you're the recorder.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah. Okay.
RefWorks
Well,
is free.
thank you. Mhm. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Oh, okay. So OneNote, is that only a PC? Is that only PC for
Okay.
PCs, or is that an Apple thing as well? Okay. So yeah, I
Yeah,
can.
I'm
Okay.
sure. I'm sure Apple has an equivalent to that. I'm sure Apple would have it in.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that was awesome. I appreciate it, Karen. That's a big help because I was totally lost. I have all these references and don't really know what I should be doing with them. But now I know I can categorize them, put them in folders, and use them when I need them for the purposes that I saved them for. That is awesome. I did not understand how to use RefWorks, so now I do. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
So I'm going to
Thanks.
drop off because I have to go to work. But thank you, Dr. Jess. Thank you, Karen. Goodbye, Nikki. I'll see everybody on Thursday if I'm not working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks everyone. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye bye.
Oh, oh, wonderful. Maybe even a suggestion. I do have that group set up in the course room. You could post it there, or just send it to me. Right. I have to be careful of copyright, so I don't want to take credit for your work. Okay. Well, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you. Okay.